'Cause your love is what I want, babe. You know that I wanna stay this way forever.
Why are you here again, lady? You've been here before. What you got on top?
In my opinion, I don't think the majority of women want traditional relationships. They want modern situationships.
Okay.
Because for one, most of them really don't even know what it takes to withhold a long-term relationship.
How old are you, by the way?
29.
And were you married?
Yes.
I mean, are you married? That's what I'm asking.
Currently, no.
Okay. You were married though.
Yes.
Any children?
Yes.
How many?
2.
By the same guy or different guys?
No, different.
All right. And do you want to be married?
I mean, I would love to be married.
But
I have to see what is looking for me.
okay.
I feel like I've done a lot of work towards getting ready for marriage,
Okay.
but I'm only one part of the puzzle piece, and I can only try to fit his piece by looking at generalizations.
What does that mean?
Meaning I could try to prepare myself for him in a manner in which I'm preparing myself for kind of like the general male, and then everybody got their preferences after that, things he likes and stuff like that you cater to. And
Are you seeing anybody seriously?
no.
Okay. What was your last relationship?
Over a year ago.
Okay.
Probably like a year and a half now.
And why didn't you were you married to either one of your children's fathers?
No, I was engaged to one of them, the youngest one, but apparently it didn't happen.
So, okay, so you have children, but you weren't engaged to the fathers of the children. And right now, you say you're not serious. You're. I'm trying to get. I'm trying to get.
I don't have any serious prospects because the type of man I go for, like mentality wise, I haven't necessarily been able to get one at my pace.
What do you mean?
Near me. I'm in Kentucky.
What do you mean the type of man you go for mentality wise? It's not a
I've come
word.
across a lot of betas. I haven't really been able to come across a surplus of alphas, actual alphas, meaning responsible dominance, not irresponsible dominance. Because,
man, I started having a problem out here when we talk about alpha beta. I'm just being honest. Were your children sired by alpha males?
no.
Then why the hell would an alpha male want to raise beta children?
I understand that, but I also believe that.
So, if you reproduce for betas by your own estimation, why do you all of a sudden get an alpha? Responsible and all these other things once you've had beta kids.
I thought my son's dad was an alpha. I don't recall our conversation, but my
I
first
remember.
child,
I remember, but what I'm saying is it doesn't matter what you thought. What matters is
what
women
constitutes it now?
No, what the problem is, that women seem to think that you can get better than your child's father. You get no, in general, you don't get higher than the man you reproduce with. So when I hear any woman coming in talking about they want a higher level of man as they're older, more use, and someone else's children, that goes completely opposite of market dynamics.
I understand. I also believe I'm not one of those chicks that believe that you can't discipline my kids or anything when it comes to like certain
Ma'am,
things.
it's not a matter of disciplining. You said you can't find men mentality wise for you, as if you are here and they are here, as if you're above them, huh? As if
I
you're
can't see what
as
you're
if you're higher than them.
saying. Okay.
Okay, as if you're higher than them. That's what that implies. You can't find a man who's on your mental level.
As far as drive,
All right.
um,
Drive
and
as far as what?
um, like drive to family success.
What do you do for a
Um,
living?
I'm a homemaker,
Uh, Say again?
a homemaker.
You're in construction?
No, I take care of my kids in my home. I'm a stay-at-home mom
How you stay at home mom without a husband?
because I stay at home and do mom
You idiot
stuff. I don't.
woman! Idiot woman!
How you stay at home mom without a husband?
I
Who's
have
making
income, but
who's where does the money come from?
well, my kids are their fathers are financially responsible for them, so that takes
So in
care of my
other
kids,
words, you got
myself.
beta males children, but they do so well providing that you can stay at home and be a
No,
stay at home mom off the surplus of these beta males.
no, they are forced to be financially
I
responsible.
don't care if they're forced or not. What I'm hearing is a woman who stays at home who has no husband, and I'm asking how is this possible?
Well, I'm trying to explain it to you in a way that's simple. Um, my lifestyle in total, and I actually
Ain't nobody got
calculated
time
all
for
my
that.
bills and everything in the yearly total. With both of my kids, I really don't even have to go over $25,000 a year.
Hmm. Okay, so we're just barely getting by. Both your kids,
No, I'm
25,000.
not barely getting by on anything. My kids have a
Oh,
surplus of things and they're very well taken
ooh,
care of.
Lord, that's not the point I was making. That's
Oh,
not the point I was making.
I'm sorry, I missed it.
I'm
What
just
was
trying to understand that how a woman comes in saying, and why we're at cross purposes right now is because when you start coming in talking about the kind of caliber of men around you, then I'm going to start sticking up for men because that happens far too
okay?
often. Women
I
are
understand.
well because so I'm going to try to understand the caliber of woman you are because that's fair. You said there are not a lot of men mentality wise on your level in Kentucky, and I'm trying to understand mentality wise who I'm talking to. And what I'm listening to is a woman who has two children by two different men who you say are not alphas, so they're by definition betas or less than alpha, but they do well enough, whether they're required to or not, they do well enough to where you can sit on your natural ass at home and not have to work and be a housewife to no husband. And you wonder why you can't find an alpha?
No,
Alphas
they
won't.
don't. They don't. They. Um. There's laws here that will pay their child support
I
for
don't
them,
care
even if
about all
they
that.
don't
I
pay.
don't care about those details, man.
So
I don't care about those.
taxes.
The point is, you said you wonder why you can't find any alpha males.
I haven't found a man who has been able to take the husband role to allow me to be the wife.
They don't see you, is why you can't find them.
Yeah, I was in a 3-year relationship. Like all my relationships are long. So when I'm out there on the market, I find a dude that has qualities that I like, and I try with that, and I try to make that work.
Did you hear what I said? The kind of men you're
They
talking
don't see
about,
me.
they don't see you. Yeah, you're not on their level. Just like you
I,
say, just like you can make a level to say those you can't find men on your level mentality wise. Men can say that you ain't on their level.
guess they very well can.
And I'm saying the kind of men you're referring to, you're not on their level.
So are you saying that I shouldn't have a man who wants to provide for his family
I'm
or the
not saying
family that we
anything. I'm
create?
just saying what
I mean,
man. I'm not.
I don't really have high standards
Hold
with
on,
my
hold
guy.
on. Check it. Check that shit. I'm not saying what you should or should not do. I'm just saying that when you say that you can't find men on your level, fair. But are you on the level to where are you on the level as to where the men you want is the question? And apparently you're not because you can't seem to find them. Do they exist?
That's what I'm trying to find. I've been
Well,
so
they exist, ma'am, because these kind of men exist everywhere. The thing is, they tend to want something. That's the disconnect. So many women tend to think that they are higher value women than they really are.
so what should I give? Like I look at a lot of your stuff, and to be honest, I agree with like all of your
But where
stuff.
would you rank your? How
I've
about
watched
this?
about 40 something
What
hours
would you
of
rank
your stuff.
yourself? What would you rank yourself on the sexual marketplace? Let's do that. What would you rank yourself from the sexual marketplace value? Where would you rank yourself? So how tall are you?
About 5'11", 6 feet.
Dress size?
I would probably have to get it tailored because of my bust,
Dress
but
size?
14,
How much did you weigh the last time you weighed yourself?
210 going down. I'm big. I've been losing weight.
Okay.
I was
All right.
trying to gain weight to
Okay.
harvest for
Ma'am, let me get
surgery,
on
but
to
I
no.
changed my mind.
No. I just need to get on to the next things, ma'am. That's fine. You are what you are. Where would you rank your looks? Fresh face, out of the shower, your own natural hair, no makeup. Scale of 0 to 10, or 1 to 10. You cannot use 7.
Somewhere between a 4.5 to an adjustable 6.
That's a big range. You got to give yourself a
I
ranking.
mean,
It's not yet. There are no ranges.
5.
I'm asking you, ma'am. I'm just asking you. You said what?
Well, I'm trying to like if I judge myself or I judge myself from the perception of a male, I like I
Okay.
think like a male might say that I'm like a 5, but I feel like I'm an adjustable 6.
Okay. And how old are you?
29.
All right. I would give you a 5. You're not an adjustable 6 because that will put you on the same level as Sweetie. You're average looking. You're average looking. That's not bad, but you could obviously, even from a physical standpoint, excuse me?
I could lose some weight, make someone.
No, you can, yeah, of course. Yes. So in
I'm
what,
on that road.
hold on, don't, no, see. So in what world do women who are average from a look standpoint and below average from a physicality standpoint get an above average man?
Well, I understand. I might not be able to. I know sometimes, and I'm not trying to use your words, but I've gathered that guys.
Can you answer my question before you get into? I said, all right. I didn't even put in the children. And what is it the norm that an average looking woman with a below average physique can get an above average man?
No,
All right.
it's uncommon. For the first point, they're
So
not going to
what you're,
the same thing.
listen, because you're not seeming to be able to get what it is you want or see it. And I'm telling you, it's because it's exceedingly uncommon for what you present. And that's not even including the 1-2 children. So what it is you're looking for something that's above your SMV.
I don't have high standards for what I'm looking for as far as like it's a mentality thing. It's not really
But a
about
mentality tends to also come with an execution. You don't tend to find many productive, competitive, successful, alpha-minded males who are unsuccessful. They tend to have a above average level of success.
okay, so calculating.
Is that no? Do you understand that?
Yes,
It's
I
not
do.
like you can say, I didn't say you want a millionaire, but you still want a man who's an above average kind of man. No matter how you slice it, whether it's income, whether it's mindset, he's not average. Would you accept that?
To my experience, yes.
What'd you say?
I said yes to my experience.
To your experience.
Yeah, when I'm dating somebody, I don't mean.
Would you accept that the kind of man you say you want is above average?
It's not what I'm used to. Exactly. It's above average.
Not what you're used to. Stop overcomplicating it. Would you accept the kind of... See, when women start doing all this talking and shit, they know they're wrong. They're just trying to create... No. Absolutely no. Nope. See, get onto the mute button. When women start doing this kind of talking, it's a big tell. This is when words are used to express reality. But when women start talking like this, they're trying to use words to create reality. Ma'am, you've by self-described average with 2 children, and you're a stay-at-home mom, whatever that means. Cool. Why would a man who's above average, with the kind of mentality you're talking about, who has his shit together, why would you guys be a match?
I couldn't even get him to strike a flame.
You're gonna need what?
I said I couldn't even get him to strike a flame, so it wouldn't even
Strike,
be a chance to be a match. Because, like,
strike a
first thing is
flame. What does that
appearance.
mean? What does that mean?
Like, okay, you don't meet somebody's personality first.
Right. But what I'm
So
asking is, why would you two be a match? And are you saying you would be a match or you wouldn't be a match?
I feel like I could match. I've had, I have
So I need you to understand what's going on here, folks. She's told you what it is, but she can't accept her
physical
reality.
wise, no, I can't. But
You cannot
mentality,
accept. You cannot accept her reality. But this is the same. But this is what. But see, women like this have no problem saying that men are down there mentality wise, and just like a man down there mentality wise, according to you, ma'am, and you don't want to deal with them, you're down there stat wise according to them. But it's like I would rather the above average man accept me at below value because that's better for me. But you're not going to lower your value to what really matches you're not going to really lower your expectation to what your value is. It always has to be in women like this benefit. Go ahead. Go ahead and unmute yourself. I just can't have you just ramble when I was about to make a point. Ma'am, at the end of the day, a deal needs to be fair. Fair exchange is no robbery. And if a man is below average in your opinion, do you think you'd be doing yourself a disservice by getting with a below average man? In other words, it's called settling.
no.
Do you
There's
you,
some
you
guys that's the
don't
right.
think so you don't think you'd be doing yourself a disservice by settling?
I mean, if I have
Do
no
you
options
think
to
you'd
go
be doing
higher,
yourself a disservice by getting with a below average man? Do not create reality. Answer the question, please.
yes and no, but
There is no
no, if
yes
I
and no. See,
so
this
okay, I
this
said
this.
no at first. I mean, I'm if I can't get a man that's higher, then I have no choice but to settle if I want to
But you
get
don't.
married.
But do you qualify for a man that's higher? Why should a man that's higher want
That's
to
what
get
I'm
a
saying.
low
If I
man? But
can't, if I
understand something. Listen. Why should a man that's higher want to get a woman that's not on his level? Just like you don't want a man who's to get a lower level man because he's not on your level. I accept that. You need to get somebody on your level. You want somebody higher than you, and instead of getting somebody on your level. That's the problem with so many modern women. Y'all want what y'all are not. Marriage dating coaches, female influencers, female matchmakers have said this about you guys. This is not Kevin Samuels. Go on YouTube and you'll see women who match women. Women who date women say, I'll have sex with one, but I'll never date one because women, your standards are unrealistic. You want a good deal for you, but a bad deal for the above average man. Get a man on your level or continue to do what you're doing. But men are not accepting unfair deals.
can I ask you,
Go ahead.
how do I level up? If
At this point,
just like in a job, if you feel
okay, you
like
want to answer the question? I understand what level up means. How old are your children?
3 and 4,
Well, honestly, ma'am, first thing a woman would need is going to be first thing you have to do is drop a bunch of weight.
yeah,
You got to get
that's in the
fit.
process.
When's the last time you were around 145, 150 pounds?
Cheerleading days,
I don't know what that
high
means.
school.
Well,
I still call it
you
about,
know when was the last time you addressed size 4 6? That's leveling up. You want an above average man? That's the target. And
I don't
then
even know if I could
listen,
fit in a
listen,
sport.
listen. You asked the question. I don't need you to know. No offense, but you did want to. Did you want to talk? Because we can talk if you want to. But you asked the question. The first thing you have to do is get fit. That's the first requirement. But then you got to get your mentality together. What are you bringing to a man? Because the reality is, man, you got 2 kids by 2 different dudes. And most men, when honest, women will even tell you, most men look at single mothers as sexual access, nothing serious. When you talk about level up, you talking about leveling up to be a potential wife? Yes or no?
Yes.
All right.
So
All
what's
right.
the mentality wise I need to level up
Ma'am,
on? Like,
I'm going, no. Well,
I would love to be
again,
somebody's
again,
wife.
well,
I want to make
unfortunately,
a man happy.
unfortunately, ma'am, I get what you would love to be, but I care more about what the man is getting for a wife. And ma'am, you're looking for not a wife. You're looking for a man to be a stepfather to 2 kids by 2 men that you say are below average. No above average man with any sense will take that.
I
That's just a
understand.
bad deal. That's just a bad deal. And I'm sorry that that I have to be the one to break it to you, but you said it. Those 2 men are not the below average betas or whatever. Then why would a man who's higher than that accept that if he's got any sense?
The first one wasn't my choice.
I don't give a shit. That doesn't matter. It's your life. The world does not care about those details.
I
See, this is
know.
this is why, ladies, you need to stop having children outside of marriage because they matter. And I don't know why so many women can't just accept, ma'am, you're an average woman at best. And you'd be fortunate to get an average man who'd be willing to work with you. But the fact that you're so fixated on leveling up means I can take the gloves off and be direct. You don't qualify for one, you don't fit for one, and he'd be decreasing his standards to accepting it. Because you'd be decreasing your standards to get something below you, and you're not willing to do that. So you can't ask him to do it for you.
If I said yes, I would be willing. Like when you talked about me going to a man who's below average or however you worded it, I said yes, because if I can't get, if I want to be married and the A+ goal ain't it, and I have to settle for a C, and my goal is to be married, and the C is functioning, working, and healthy to an extent, you know what I'm saying? Then
But I
it's
need you
what
to
I asked
understand. I
for.
need you to understand something. You don't settle for an average man. He's settling for you. You're lucky to
Well,
get an
I'm just
average
saying that because
man.
of how
No,
you
no,
worded the
man.
question.
But that's a That's the mentality. That's the biggest mentality switch. You aren't settling for an average man. An average man is settling for you, and you'd be lucky to get him. And
I
if
said
you don't
below average.
understand, excuse me, what'd you say?
I said below average because that's what your question was. If do I feel like I would well, I can't remember the exact words verbatim that you said about me settling for below average, to make your
Talk,
point about
talk when you should
above
listen.
average men settling for
Talk when
me.
you should listen. I said it, and I'll say it again. The mentality switch, I don't think you're capable of it because an average man would be settling for you because according to the way you laid yourself out, you're an average looking woman with below average fitness and 2 children, and then you add 2 children on top of that from 2 men that you say are below average or beta or whatever. That means an average man is higher up on a sexual marketplace value than you. He would be settling for you. And you're talking about if I can't get an A+ man, I'd be all right to settle for a C. No, the C is your A+. And you'd be lucky to get the average because that's your A+.
Yes.
But that's not the way you're talking about it.
So how do I make it work with a C if that's what I'm got to go for? How do I be an A plus if
Book
I
a
got a
session.
C?
I told you. What did I tell you? Didn't I tell you? 'Cause I told you. And when did I tell you? A long time ago. And what did I say will happen when I told you? Exactly what just happened.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
H. Christ. Ladies, understand that's what men have to pick from. A woman who's self-described a 4. She's trying to try to give herself 4.5 to 6.5. 6 on adjustable 6. That's huge range. Stay at home. Mother with no husband. 2 kids by men she claims are not alphas. By definition, betas. Average looking, below average physique. And her thing was, I can't find a man on my level mentality-wise. I'm going to be honest, for the men, that it was an incredibly arrogant thing for a woman in that position to say. See, there used to be a time when single mothers were grateful that a man would even consider dating them. But now we got women like this who think that they're doing something by settling for an average guy. I'm not like going to let you come over here and shit on average men just because we talk about high value men. Average men are not some runner-up consolation prize because you couldn't get a high value fool. Y'all are out of y'all's zip damn mind. Out of your zip damn minds. Out of your zip damn minds.
In this thought-provoking conversation between Kevin Samuels and a 29-year-old caller, we witnessed a powerful exchange that challenged societal norms and redefined the concept of worth in modern relationships. Kevin's message to the caller, and by extension to all modern women, was clear: the average man is not a consolation prize or a lesser choice when attempts to level up or secure a high-value partner have fallen short. Through honest and direct assessments, Kevin emphasized the importance of realistic expectations, personal growth, and self-awareness. He addressed the caller's circumstances as a single mother and urged her to reconsider her approach in attracting a high-value man. While the conversation was candid and at times confrontational, it served as a wake-up call for women who may have unrealistic ideals about relationships. Thanks for watching, and be sure to let me know your thoughts on the call in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the Relationship Report for more thought-provoking content. See you in the next one.